Most diesel owners do not realize how close they are to killing their engines until it is too late. In this video, I am breaking down 5 diesel secrets that separate engines that die at 100,000 miles from the ones that run smoothly past 300,000 miles. These are not myths or guesswork. They come straight from years in the shop and what real long-term diesel drivers actually do. You will learn why driving your diesel hard can help it last longer. The real oil change interval pros use. Not what your manual says, how to idle and cool down your turbo the right way, and where to fuel up to avoid injector damage from dirty diesel. It does not matter if you drive a truck, SUV, or diesel car. These 5 habits will completely change how you treat your engine. I learned some of them the hard way, so you do not have to. If you want your diesel to outlast the rest, this is what actually matters. Not the marketing, not the myths, just proven habits that keep diesels alive for hundreds of thousands of miles. It might sound counterintuitive, but running your diesel under load, rather than idling or cruising aimlessly, helps keep things clean and healthy inside the engine. One problem many diesel trucks suffer is wet stacking, where the engine spends prolonged time idling or under light load, failing to fully burn fuel and allowing soot, unburned fuel and moisture to accumulate in the combustion chamber, the exhaust system, and the oil. This leads to fuel dilution in the crankcase, increased wear, and accelerated component breakdown. By contrast, putting your engine under a moderate load, for example towing, climbing hills, or doing a sustained highway run, raises combustion temperatures, improves fuel burn, and reduces residue accumulation. The result is cleaner cylinder walls, less soot mixing into the oil, lower crankcase dilution, and improved longevity. Modern diesel engines are built tough, and occasional use of load is not hard use in a damaging sense. It is preventive. A well-timed highway drive or gentle towing session after a long idle period can flush out hidden crud, reset the soot balance, and restore performance. For owners focused on long life, the secret is to alternate your driving. Do not just commute slowly every day. Give your diesel a chance to breathe and burn. Treating load as beneficial within spec transforms engine behavior from soap opera performance to quiet longevity. The oil change interval in many diesel owner manuals can be misleading, often based on ideal conditions, not real-world use. Diesel engines run under far higher internal pressures, generate more soot, and see greater oil contamination than gasoline engines, meaning oil oxidizes and degrades faster. Recent guidance suggests that even light-duty diesels may require oil changes closer to 10,000 to 15,000 kilometers, roughly 6,000 to 9,000 miles, for normal service, and much sooner under severe conditions such as towing, lots of idling, or extreme temperatures. For heavy-duty use, intervals of 25,000 to 50,000 kilometers, approximately 15,000 to 30,000 miles, are realistic, but only if using premium synthetic oils, highest-grade filters, and frequent diagnostics. Waiting longer than your real duty cycle allows oil to lose its dispersant ability, build soot and acids, and allow wear metals to escalate. Fuel dilution and blow-by become real threats when intervals stretch too far. The key: match your actual conditions to the oil interval, not the ideal conditions in the manual. Use a high-quality synthetic oil rated for diesel conditions, replace the filter every time, and consider used oil analysis (UOA) to monitor oil health. By proactively shortening your interval when conditions dictate, you're paying a few $100s now to avoid several $1,000s in engine repair later. Many diesel drivers leave their truck idling for comfort or convenience, but this habit can hurt longevity. Idling without load fails to bring the engine and exhaust system up to optimal operating temperature, which means combustion remains incomplete, soot builds up, and fuel oil dilution increases. Systems like the diesel particulate filter and turbocharger rely on high heat and load to regenerate and perform properly. Prolonged idling also means the turbo is not spinning fast enough to purge heat, which can cause oil coking and premature bearing failure. By contrast, when you have finished heavy work or driving at high load, rather than unloading and shutting off immediately, a brief cool-down run at moderate speed helps purge turbo and exhaust heat, letting the oil film maintain integrity and preventing thermal shock. The correct practice: for short stops too long to idle, shut the engine off. For extended use after heavy work or towing, consider a gentle cool-down drive of a few minutes at moderate throttle so the turbo and engine temperatures settle. That pattern reduces soot buildup, protects the turbo bearings, keeps oil cleaner, and keeps your diesel in the game long past what most owners achieve. The turbocharger is the heart of every modern diesel engine, and also its most fragile component. Spinning at up to 250,000 revolutions per minute, it relies on a thin film of oil to prevent the bearings from burning under insane heat. The most common killer? Shutting the engine off immediately after a hard run. When that happens, the oil sitting inside the turbo stops flowing, cooks in place, and forms carbon deposits known as coke. Over time, that coking restricts oil flow, wears out bearings, and can cause catastrophic turbo failure, often long before the engine itself shows any wear. Modern variable geometry turbos and DPF systems make heat even worse, especially after towing, climbing, or highway runs. The best defense is a controlled cool-down. Drive gently for the last 2 to 3 minutes before shutting down. Let the engine idle only briefly, no more than a minute, after heavy use. This allows oil to circulate and turbo components to stabilize in temperature. For those who work their diesels hard daily, a turbo timer is an inexpensive upgrade that automatically keeps oil flowing after you pull the key. In short, treat your turbo like the precision instrument it is. Cool it right, and it will last as long as the engine itself. Diesel fuel is not just diesel fuel. Its quality varies massively by region, season, and supplier. The US and Europe have seen increasing issues with water contamination, algae growth, and low additive levels in retail diesel, especially from low turnover pumps. Water in diesel promotes rust, microbial growth, and injector failure, and modern common rail injectors operate at up to 30,000 psi, meaning even tiny contaminants can destroy them. The fix is to buy fuel from high-traffic stations. Use stations that move a lot of diesel, truck stops or major brand locations, not small-town pumps that might have diesel sitting in underground tanks for months. Stick to top-tier diesel suppliers where available, as they add superior detergents and anti-corrosion additives. In winter, use fuel from regional sources that have already switched to winterized blends to avoid gelling. Every few months, drain your water separator and consider adding a diesel treatment that disperses water and cleans injectors. Modern diesels demand clean, stable fuel. The difference between 100,000 and 300,000 miles often comes down to where you fill up. Keep your tank clean, your filters fresh, and your supplier trustworthy, because your fuel system is only as reliable as the diesel you feed it. If this helped you understand what really keeps a diesel running forever, hit subscribe. I've got more real-world tips coming straight from the shop. And comment below, what's your diesel and how many miles has it gone? Let's see who's leading the longevity race.